Be me, 28F, living in a major city. Got a solid group of friends I've known since college. The group is a good mix of guys and girls. We do game nights, go to pubs, the whole 9 yards. I start to notice something strange over the last year or so. None of the guys are dating. I don't mean they're all in long-term relationships. I mean they are not even trying. These aren't basement dwellers either. One is a graphic designer who surfs on weekends. Another is a junior architect who makes his own pasta from scratch. Another is a history teacher who volunteers at an animal shelter. Basically, they are good, normal, interesting dudes. We're all at a friend's barbecue, just chilling in the backyard. My female friend is complaining about a guy who ghosted her after 3 dates. She jokingly turns to my guy friends. So which one of you is going to restore my faith in men? They all just kind of chuckle awkwardly and look at their beers. The silence is weirdly heavy. Later, I get one of them, the architect, alone by the grill. Hey, what was that about earlier? Why is everyone so quiet about dating? He flips a burger and doesn't look at me. Says it just feels like a waste of energy. I press him, what does that even mean? He finally looks up and just seems tired. He says, look, you match with someone on an app. You have to be clever and funny just to get a reply. Then you have to carry the conversation for days, like a verbal tap dance. If you succeed, you get to plan and pay for a first date. A date that feels less like getting to know someone and more like a performance review. And 9 times out of 10, that's where it ends. No text back or a polite, had a nice time but didn't feel a spark. He says he spent 6 months doing that last year and it just burned him out. He'd rather spend that time and money on a new lens for his camera. At least the camera doesn't leave him on red. Later in the night, I'm talking to the history teacher. I bring up what the architect said. He nods like he's heard it 1,000 times. He tells me his last girlfriend, who he was with for 2 years, left him out of the blue. Said she felt like she was missing out on her 20s. 2 weeks later, she was posting pictures on a trip to Bali with some crypto bro. He put everything into that relationship, and it was erased in a weekend. He says he just doesn't have the emotional capacity to build all that up again just to have it knocked down. It's safer to just hang out with his dog and his friends. The graphic designer overhears us and chimes in. Says it's not even that deep for him. He just doesn't feel like he measures up. He's not over 6 feet tall. He's not making 6 figures yet. He feels like he's trying to sell a Honda Civic in a market where everyone is shopping for a Lamborghini. He says he'd rather not compete at all than constantly come in last place. I looked around the yard at my friends. They were laughing, telling old stories, playing with the host's golden retriever. They weren't angry or bitter. They just looked peaceful. It finally hit me. I'd always seen these takes on Reddit or Twitter and thought it was just terminally online guys complaining, but I was hearing it from my actual friends. Guys I know and respect. They weren't avoiding women because they hated them. They were avoiding dating because the process itself had become a source of exhaustion and pain. It was a game they felt was rigged, so they just put the controller down and walked away. They found more happiness and fulfillment in their hobbies, their careers, and their friendships than in the endless, draining cycle of trying to find a partner. My face when they weren't loveless, they had just given up on romance.